The Mindful Life Practice.
We're moving through a Vinyasa class today, so intermediate level. Link our movement with our breath with our movement. Take it as, you know, whatever feels good, and do what you can, and yeah. All right, let's start in a child's pose. So you're going to bring your body down onto the mat. Oh, it's so nice to see you guys. Normally I just have a big video of me with all these little small guys above. Bring your knees onto your mat and sit your hips back and then rest your forehead. And start to drop into this moment. Drop into the space. Drop into your shape. Drop into your breath. Take full deep inhales in through the nose, filling your belly, filling your lungs. And then exhaling to kind of empty and ground down and center. Deep inhale through the nose. And then exhaling, release. So one of the key components of our yoga practice that differentiates it from other forms of exercise is that we are focusing on the breath. That focus on the breath is crucial because it helps bring us into a state of skillful awareness in the present moment. There is this passage in the Yoga Sutras that says that the effects of asanas, the effects of these poses, are to put an end to the duality or the differentiation between the body and the mind and the soul. None of these opposites can exist for the sadhaka, which is the practitioner, who is one with the body and the mind and the soul. So the intention in our practice today is going to revolve around connection. And you can decide how that resonates with you. It could be connection of these elements, the body, the mind and the soul. Or it could be connection with one another. That's kind of the intention that I'm going to take today. Connection with one another. Let's take one more round of breath in this child's pose. And then we're just going to come into a lateral side bend while still in the child's pose. So just walk your palms over to the right. Breathing into your left rib cage. And then walk your palms through center and then take them the other way. And I just realized I didn't say hi to Benet when she came in. So hi, Benet. I think I greeted everyone else. Sarah, if I didn't greet you, hi, Sarah. Hi, Nadia. Connection. Right, there's this undeniable energy when we're practicing in a room together. And we're not in a room together right now. We're kind of all over the world, but we still can feel each other's presence. Let's walk the palms back through center. And then as you inhale, you're going to peel your body up into a table. And then as you exhale, you're going to sit back onto your hips and heels, taking your child pose. And let's let this movement kind of flow through you naturally. Your inhales, you lift. And on your exhales, you sit back. Just two more. Inhale. And then exhale. And then one more. Inhale. And then exhale. And then when you inhale next time, come all the way up into a table. And then let's breathe the left arm up towards the sky. And then exhale, send your left arm under, land on your left cheek, your left shoulder, coming into a shoulder stretch. So connection is on my mind this evening because I think most of you guys heard this story if you're in the WhatsApp group or if you were there this afternoon. But there was a group of people that were connecting and chatting after Lujan's yoga class. Come all the way back up through center, and then we're going to twist the opposite way. So you're going to take your right palm up and then thread your right arm under. Anyway, there was a 15-minute window between Lujan's class and Mark's class. And I tried to leave the chat open. I tried to leave the room open so that I could just go and open Mark's yoga class. Come all the way back up through center. And then we're gonna make our way straight to our first down dog. So tucking the toes, lifting the hips up and back. So I left Lujan's class and I tried to start Mark's class, and it said that I had to end the previous meeting before I started a new one. And my God, I felt so bad just ending their conversation. And I kind of had this real thought about, you know, what is the intention or what was the purpose around creating this thing, the mindful life practice. And, you know, one of the core values, one of the key elements of this, it's community, right? That's in our logo, it's community. We're gonna walk our feet up to meet our hands and find ourselves in a forward fold. So anyway, the short of it is I've realized that 15-minute windows are just not going to work for the type of people we are, right? Some of us just come in and we don't chat, and that's okay. But there are people that are, you know, here for this connection, and that's what we're building together. You're not practicing yoga alone, right? We're practicing apart, not alone. So the short of it is I've rescheduled all the classes, so check your schedule. And this whole experience is what kind of inspired me to theme this class around this whole idea. Connection to ourselves and connection to others. Let's release our palms and then take an inhalation to halfway lift. Take an exhale to fold and then step your toe mounds together, bend through the knees, sit the hips back, lifting into your chair. Now while you're in your chair, I'm just gonna see where I left my phone. I use it as a timer. Oh, it's under my book. It's a good thing I found that thing quickly or you would have been in chair forever. Stay here for 3, for 2, and then for 1, press through the feet, lift your hands all the way up, and then take your palms into your heart center and let your thumbs rest on your heartbeat and connect to your heartbeat. Maybe connect to the heartbeat of the others sharing this practice. We're going to start to cue our warm-up, to cue our movements. Take an inhale, sweep both palms up towards the sky, and then take an exhale, bend the knees and forward fold. Take an inhale, halfway lift, lengthen through the spine, and then exhale your way back down, plant your palms, spread through the palms, press through the knuckles, step your feet all the way back, finding your body into a plank. Now, if you need to lower the knees, go ahead. If you're good with the knees lifted, let's stay there. Your navel is drawing in. That little space between your shoulder blades is lifting up. And if you feel a little tremble here, that is okay. Jean said something today that was so beautiful. She said, even the earth trembles. Let's land the knees onto the mat. Start this gentle. Lower your triceps back, landing your body onto the earth. And then as you inhale, snake your heart up off the mat. And then exhale your way back down. And then shift through a table. Find your way up to a down dog. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Bend through the knees, gaze forward. Step your feet up to meet your hands. Let's inhale to halfway lift. Exhale to fold, and then bend through the knees, sit back, finding your Utkatasana, your chair. Oh my gosh, I love how I have you guys on gallery view now. I can see you all. We're all doing our chair, looking good. Isn't everyone having fun? Everyone loves this pose, yeah. Take one more breath, you got this. And then exhale your way down, release. Breathe your halfway lift. And then exhale your fold, plant the palms, step your feet back. Let's flow through a vinyasa. If you want to do it with your knees lifted, if that's part of your practice, go ahead. Otherwise, you're going to lower the knees and slowly lower down. Super important. There's no point in kind of rushing this process. Move at your level. Let's take the right leg up towards the sky, three-legged dog. You're gonna draw the right knee in, step the right foot between the palms. Let's inhale our arms up towards the sky, just lifting into a crescent. And then exhale your way back down, plant the palms, step your right foot back, and then vinyasa. Let's take the opposite side, lift your left leg up towards the sky, three-legged dog. Draw your left knee in, step the left foot between the palms. Inhale your way up. And then exhale your way back down. Flow through your vinyasa. So I think this goes without saying, you guys have all practiced with me before. You know that every vinyasa is optional. You know that every movement is optional. We are all made up of the same parts, but we're all built differently. Bend through the knees, gaze forward, step or hop your feet up to meet your hands. Let's inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Bend through the knees, sit back. Find your Utkatasana, your chair. So we're gonna carry on with these warm ups, just adding on a little bit different each time, okay? So take a breath in, take a breath out, forward fold. Inhale your half lift, and then exhale, lower back down, plant the palms, step the feet back, vinyasa. And then this time, we're gonna take the right leg up towards the sky, three-legged dog. Draw the right knee in, step the right foot between the palms. Inhale your palms up. And then exhale, open into a warrior two. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Exhale your way back up, windmill palms to the mat and frame the foot. Now let's keep the left palm where it is. Breathe your right palm up towards the sky. You got it? Nice. Oh my God, I love gallery view. This has revolutionized this experience. And now you can either just step straight back to your down dog if that's what you want to do. If you want to come into side plank, Vashisthasana, we're going to roll onto the outer edge of the left foot, walk our right foot back, 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 and then either keep it here or step your right foot back so that you're all the way into your full Vashisthasana, your full side plank. I want you to feel what your left hand is doing here. Most common injuries in yoga are the wrist. If you're not putting your weight evenly on your hand, you're gonna dump it all into your wrist. It's gonna lead to pain later in life, so please be mindful. Take one more breath, and then you're gonna land that right palm back down and then flow through the vinyasa. And then we will take the same flow on the opposite side. Okay, so left leg lifts all the way up. Draw your left knee in, step your left foot between the palms. Inhale all the way up. And then exhale, open into your warrior two. Let's inhale, reverse your warrior, expand through your left side body. And then exhale your way back up. Windmill palms to the mat, frame the foot. Anchor through your right palm, get really solid, support yourself. Peel your left arm up towards the sky. And then step your way back to your Vashisthasana, your side plank. You got this. Even the earth trembles. Isn't that so beautiful? I didn't come up with it. It was the poetic Lujan, one of our teachers. Let's land the left palm back down and then flow through vinyasa. Actually, I think it was one of her teachers. I think Rob Hess came up with it. Anyway, we all learn from our teachers. Little nuggets of wisdom like that. Bend through the knees, gaze forward, step or hop, feet up to meet the hands. Take your inhale, halfway lift. Take your exhale, fold. You're gonna bend through the knees, sit the hips back, lift your heart up, finding your chair. And now this time we're gonna press our palms into heart center, connect. Connect to your heartbeat. Connect to your body, connect to your breath. Maybe you're good here. Maybe you want to deepen it into a slight twist. Twisting, landing your right elbow on your left thigh, and then gazing over the left shoulder. The right knee is sneaky here. It's going to want to come forward, slide it back. Take 2 breaths. One more. And then move all the way through center. Twist the opposite way, left elbow, right thigh, gaze over the left shoulder, right shoulder, not left. Take 3, take 2, and then take 1, unwind, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. We're gonna get into our main vinyasa now. So step back, move through your flow, coming all the way up to your down dog. All right, so one option, if you like, you might come down into table and then just take some core moves like this, lifting the right leg, the left arm, elbow into knee, okay? That's one place that you might wanna be. If you wanna do a little bit of flipping and wild things in your down dog, you're gonna stay in your down dog. We're gonna take our right leg up towards the sky. You're gonna bend through your right knee, stack your hips, And then maybe you ripple the body all the way forward, coming into your wild thing. Be really mindful of how your body feels. Landing your right toes. You're on the outer edge of the left foot. You're reaching your right arm up towards the sky. I don't know if you saw what we posted last night on the Mindful Life Practice Instagram, or maybe it was this afternoon, I don't know. What we're doing is not competitive, it's collective, right? It doesn't matter what the person 3 squares down from you on the Zoom screen is doing. Matters what you're doing. Let's come all the way through center, land your right palm, take your right knee into the chest, hold it here, 3, 2, and then on 1, I want you to extend your right leg out if you can, outer edge of the right foot. It's across towards the left. You land onto the left heel. You lift your left arm up towards the sky. This is your rock star. Let's come all the way back, land your left palm, roll onto the outer edge of the left foot, Vashisthasana. All right, this is something I'm building on in my practice. I'm working on grabbing my right toes and reaching my right leg up towards the sky. You might not be working on it. That is cool. You don't have to do it just because I'm doing it. Let's step the right foot all the way forward between the palms. Okay, inhale all the way up. And then exhale, open into a warrior 2. So keeping your arms in one long line. I'm really into mandala flows lately in Vinyasa. And I've started to realize the value in like repeatedly coming back to certain flows and certain poses. I used to feel all this pressure to like be innovative every week. And I realized that if we're doing something new every time, then we're not going to build on our skills, if that makes sense. It's like when I'm teaching my grade 1 kids to read, yeah? Like if I showed them new words every day, they'd never learn. You have to show them in chunks at a time, just like you learn poses at a time. Anyway, let's inhale, reverse the warrior. Let's exhale forward, right elbow, right knee. And then just take 3 more of these fluid movements. So inhale, and then exhale. 2 more, breath in. And then breath out. And then 1 more breath in. 1 more breath out, come forward, land your right elbow on your right thigh, and then just reach your arm forward. Try to be really light on that elbow. We have this tendency to like collapse. Have a bit of energy to it. Come all the way back up. I want you to sweep your arms back, interlace your palms, take a breath in, heart expands. On your exhale, hinge forward. This is your humbled warrior. I remember when I first started yoga, I'll never forget this. I saw this Instagram picture. Maybe it wasn't Instagram. I don't know if Instagram existed when I first started yoga. I saw this picture of someone doing this pose with their forehead on the ground. And of course, sometimes when you see stuff like that, you get all in your head. You're like, I suck at yoga. 10 years later, my forehead still can't touch the ground. I don't think that's really the point of this. But the point is, when your ego gets in the way and you think about what others are doing, you're not thinking about what you're doing, how you're feeling, how you're experiencing, which is the whole point. Let's come all the way back up. Oh, we were there for a while. Lengthen through your right leg. Walk your left foot in a tiny bit, shorten your stance. Reach your arms out, and then hinge your body forward, reach with the right arm, and then take your right arm alongside your right leg and your left arm up towards the sky. So this is your triangle, Trikonasana. And then if you want to stay here, stay. If you want to come forward into your Ardha Chandrasana, your half moon, go ahead. In this pose, your left hip is stacking on the right. Your right fingertips are down towards the mat. So when I teach mandala flows, we move around the mat circularly. It's like a journey, circularly, yes. So those of you guys who have been practicing Vinyasa with me for a while, you know what's coming. Try your best to follow along. Don't worry if you get lost along the way. It doesn't really matter. Bend through your right knee, step your left foot all the way back. We're gonna lengthen through the right leg, turn all 10 toes to face the side wall. Inhale your arms wide. On your exhale, fold forward. And then we're gonna move through some twisting flows. So land your right fingertips, inhale your left palm up towards the sky. And then exhale your left palm down, twist the opposite way. Take one more of each. Exhale, and then inhale. And then exhale, and then inhale. Let's lower back down, land your palms on your hips, lift all the way up to stand. Turn your left toes to face the back of the mat now. This is where the circle, the mandala comes in. I want you to step your right foot forward, and now you're turning your hips so that they're at the pointing towards the back of your mat, right? You're coming into pyramid legs. So your feet are wide. It's like there's a line down the center of your mat. Your toes are pointing forward. Right foot's on the 45-degree angle. Inhale your arms up towards the sky. Now reach your arms forward, hinting at the hips like you're reaching forward, forward, forward. Nice. And then hinge your way forward so that you come into this pose with your arms dangling. Yeah, you got it. Wow, gallery mode. It's changing everything for me. All right, so this is a pretty deep stretch for the back of the left leg. If the ground is super far away, you can support yourself. Hands can be on a couch, on blocks, on books, whatever. Have a little micro bend in the knee. You don't need to overdo it. And now if you want to stay in this pyramid, just stay. And if you want to spiral into a twist, you're going to start peeling your left arm up towards the sky. This is revolved triangle. I have to ask Mark. I think Utiti. I think Utiti is revolved. Is it? Or Parsva, revolved triangle. Doesn't really matter. I'll Google that. I'll tell you after. If you want to come into a revolved half moon, you are going to shift weight onto your left foot and your right palm, and then lift your right leg up. Okay, staying here for 3. It's okay if you fall. 2. Falling means you're human. 1. Come all the way up to stand. Draw your right knee into your chest. Interlace your palms in front of that right shin. You got it. You got it. Yeah. Nice. And then lengthen your right leg out in front of you. Take your hands onto your hips. You're going to have this tendency to lean back. I want you to draw it forward so that your spine is stacking straight up. And then cross your right ankle in front of your left. Inhale your palms up towards the sky, and then exhale, hinge forward. So now you're in a forward fold, and you're stretching through the left calf. Nice. Take an inhale, half lift. Exhale, deepen into your fold, and then inhale, lift all the way up to stand, reaching through the palms, lift onto the tippy toes. Quarter swivel the opposite side. So you're turning all the way around in this circle. Opposite side than you were before. Land your heels. Now step your left foot wide. Yeah, you got it. Nice. Turn your left toes to face the front of the room. Bend through the left knee. Reach the arms out. Virabhadrasana 2 again. Take your inhale, reverse the warrior. Take your exhale, come all the way forward. Windmill palms to the mat, frame the foot. Now this time your right palm is solid. Your left palm spirals up towards the sky. We're taking one more side plank. Step your left foot back. You got it. 3, 2, and then 1. Land the left palm. Take yourself into your full plank. Navel's drawing in. 3, 2, and then 1. Float through vinyasa. And then make your way all the way up to down dog. All right, you did it. That wasn't too hard, was it? So that was our first side of that flow. And then we're gonna take it on the second side. All right, so again, if it's better for you, you can be in table, doing those core moves, knee to elbow, okay? And if you wanna take it from your down dog, you're gonna lift up to your down dog. Wow, I just noticed that the cat must have fallen asleep. Oh, thank goodness. So difficult when she's awake. Take your left leg up towards the sky. Bend through your left knee, stack the hips, ripple forward. Maybe you flip your dog, landing the tippy toes, outer edge of the right foot, lift your heart. Land your left palm, take your left knee into the chest. Stay for 3, for 2, and on 1, I want you to extend your left leg out, land onto your right heel, taking your rock star. Yeah, nice. Yep. Take your right palm back. You got it. Come all the way back, land onto your right palm, lift your body up into your side plank. Choose your variation. You could have both feet staggered. You could have your left foot grounded. I'm working on this ridiculous thing, which you don't have to do, because the sign of an advanced yoga practice, it's not being able to do crazy stuff with your body. Take your left foot forward. Sign of an advanced yoga practice, it's being able to stay off your phone for 60 minutes. Let's take your palms up towards the sky. Inhale, and then open into your warrior 2. And then we'll flow. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extended side angle. Take 3 more of these. Inhale, and then exhale. 2 more, breath in. Oh, someone's in the waiting room, breath out. Who is that? Oh, Alexandra, she must have gotten walked out. Hope she wasn't there for a while. Okay, once you find yourself back into your extended side angle, just chill, just stay. Be active with that left arm. It's like you're holding a tray of drinks. Tray of non-alcoholic drinks. Welcome back, Alexandra. I hope you weren't locked out for too long. Interlace your palms behind your back body, lift up, lengthen, and then hinge your body forward, humbled warrior. Take 1 more breath. Lift all the way up. Back to the warrior 2, lengthen through your left leg. Shorten your stance a tiny bit. Hinge forward, reach your left arm forward. Take your left arm alongside your left leg. Reach your right arm up towards the sky, triangle. Now, if you're good here, stay here. And then if you want to come into your half moon, you're landing your left fingertips. You're reaching your right leg behind you. You're reaching through the right arm. Take a few breaths. And then bend through the left knee, step all the way back. Turn your toes to face the side wall. Interlace the palms, so same bind as in the humbled warrior. Lift your heart, and then hinge your body forward. Left head. The one head that you have on your shoulders is dangling down. If this arm variation doesn't work for you, just take any arm variation that works, okay? Might not feel good in your shoulders, that's okay. Slowly lift all the way back up to stand, and then turn your right toes to the back of the room, and then take a big step forward with your left foot. And now you're framing your hips so that they're pointing towards the back of the mat. Reach your arms up towards the sky, get long, and then hinge forward. You're reaching out for a virtual hug, and then hinge your way forward into this pyramid shape. So this one, again, it's deep for the back of the leg. Be super mindful. There's no point in pushing yourself into a shape and then walking out of yoga with an injury because of it. Discomfort is good. Discomfort pushes you past your edge, but pain is not good. And part of our practice is, connecting to the sensations in our body and differentiating between discomfort and pain. Keep your left palm on the mat. Lift your right arm up towards the sky. You're spiraling, connecting to the spiral tissues. And maybe, or the spiral line, I think that's what my teacher calls it. And then maybe you shift your weight forward, finding this revolved half moon. And again, if the ground is far away, that's what couches are for. You don't have to reach the ground in order to do the pose properly. Slowly tilt your way up to stand. Take the knee into the chest. Interlace the palms on the shin. You got this. You got it. And then maybe you're here. Maybe your hands are on your hips and you lengthen your leg out. Take it for 3. Take it for 2. And then 1, just step your left foot in front of your right. Inhale your palms up towards the sky. And then exhale, fold. Take an inhale to halfway lift. And then exhale your way back down. And then inhale, lift all the way up to stand. Lift on your tippy toes, quarter swivel, land your heels, step your right foot long, turn your right toes to the front of the mat, bend through the right knee. We made it. We made it on that journey again. Inhale, reverse. Exhale up, windmill palms to the mat, frame the foot. 1 more side plank. Right arm lifts up towards the sky. Roll onto the other edge of the left foot, take your right foot back. And then maybe you're all the way in your side plank. Maybe you have it staggered, whatever. Take 3 and 2 and then 1, and then flow through a vinyasa. And then let's take a little break. So maybe coming into your child's pose, sitting hips on the heels. I'm gonna grab a sip of water. So the thing that I love about this flow is now that you know how it works, the second time around, it becomes a bit more intuitive and you can really connect to the movements, connect to the breath. Let's try to experience this as if the transitions are postures in themselves. Right? So every movement is connected and it's not just warrior 2 and then triangle, right? The movement between the 2 is a posture in its own right. Just like the transitions in our life, just like on our mat. All right, let's do this. Bring your body back into your down dog if you're ready. It's totally valid for you to just be in child's pose, by the way. That is totally an option. Take your right leg up towards the sky. Bend through your right knee, stack your hips. Maybe you stay, maybe you flip your dog, lifting your heart towards the sky, back bending. Come all the way back through center. Take your right knee into your chest. Let's add on a tiny, tiny bit of core. So right knee to the right knee to the left. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1 more, 1, 2, and then rock star. Land onto the other edge of the right heel, land onto the left foot, lift your left arm up towards the sky. Come all the way back, rotate, grab hold of your right big toe with your fingertips if you want, lift your leg up. Of course, it's an option. You might not be doing that. You might be on day 35 of your yoga challenge, 34, and you might be doing it. Doesn't really matter. What we're doing is not competitive. Step your right foot forward. It's collective. Inhale up. And then exhale, open into your warrior 2. And then let's flow. Breathe in. And then breathe out. Extended side angle. Breathe in, reverse your warrior. Breathe out, extended side angle. 1 more, breathe in. And then breathe out. And this time we're gonna land for about 5 breaths. And for those of you that have been along on this journey for a while and you want to work into your bird of paradise, go ahead. I don't feel like it tonight, so I'm not going to. But it is definitely on the table. Just take 5 breaths wherever you are. And then come all the way up, back to your warrior 2, lengthen through your right leg. We're gonna walk your left foot in a tiny bit, hinge your way forward, take your right arm alongside your right leg, triangle. And now option 1, stay here. Option 2, Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Option 3, Chapasana. You kick your left heel towards your bottom. You grip your left palm to your ankle. You take a little bit of a quad stretch. Take 3 breaths. Magic 3s. I heard Sophie say that yesterday. Release your foot. Step your left foot all the way back. Lengthen through your right leg. Let's turn the toes to face the sidewall and then hinge forward. And then you just choose your favorite arm variation for this. It can be whatever, it doesn't matter. Slowly roll all the way up to stand, hands on your hips. Turn your left toes to face the back of the mat. Step your right foot wide. That's really important. Your feet are wider here. Your hips are squared to the back of the mat. It's not a narrow stance. Take your hands up towards the sky. Take up lots of space. And then hinge your way forward and bring your body into pyramid. And then again, just like in our triangle, you choose your own adventure. You're here. You take the left arm up. Maybe you shift weight onto the right foot and the left foot and you find your revolved half moon. And then there's also a thing called revolved chapasana. And if you're like, what are these words that Alex is saying? Don't worry. It's all just breath and movement. That's all it is. Release the foot. Tilt all the way up to stand. Take the knee into the chest. And if you want to take hand to big toe pose, go ahead. I'm going to stay here. Actually, I'm going to take my hands on my hips and lift my leg. And also be mindful not to lean back. Take 3. Take 2. And then 1. Step your right foot in front of your left. Inhale your arms up towards the sky. And then let's exhale, hinge forward. Taking your forward fold for a few breaths. Lift all the way back up. Hands come up. Just lift onto the tippy toes. Do your little quarter swivel. Land onto the heels. Step your left foot long. Hands out to the side. Turn your left toes to the front of the room and bend through the left knee. And then inhale, reverse the warrior. And then exhale, come all the way up, windmill palms to the mat, frame the foot. And then let's find our way into our side plank. So roll onto the other edge of the right foot, lift your left arm up, step your left foot back, back, back. And then just take it for 3, for 2, and then for 1. Let's flow through that vinyasa. So navel draws in, elbows draw back, lifting up into your back bend gently. And then shifting your way back to down dog. You got it. All right, we have 1 more of this to go. 1 more, and then we're gonna relax. We're gonna take it easy, okay? Take your left leg up towards the sky. Bend through the knee, stack the hips. If you wanna flip your dog, go ahead, rippling forward, landing onto the toes, lifting your heart. And then come all the way back, take your knee into the chest. Yeah, you got it. 1, 2, we're taking the knee across. 3, you're all the way forward in a plank type of thing. 4, last 1, I think we only did 4 on the other side, but oh well, little extra. Extend through your left leg, land onto your right heel, lift your right arm up towards the sky, rock star. And then land your right palm, roll all the way. Maybe you're doing something fancy. Maybe you're doing something even more fancy, like a normal plank. And then step your left foot all the way forward. All right, let's make it up. Inhale up. And then exhale into your warrior 2. And then we will flow. Breath in. And then breath out. Yeah, you got it. Breath in. Breath out. 2 more, breath in. Breath out. Last 1, breath in. And then breath out. Yeah, land in your extended side angle. Oh my God, I love this. I'm gonna come closer. And then you choose If you want to go into your bird of paradise, oh, Yasser's already doing it. Yeah, go Yasser. Yeah, go Alexandra. Yeah. And go all the people that are just an extended side angle. Collective energy. We're building it. Take one more breath. If you're in your bird of paradise, just step back. Yeah, you got it. Lift all the way up. Lengthen through your left leg. You got it. Shorten your stance a little bit. Hinge forward. Your left arm lands alongside your left leg. Nice. Yeah, good. Try to spread through your collarbone. Yeah, nice. You don't have to reach the ground. If my teacher Frederique was here, she would say you have to, but that's what makes us different. She's Ashtanga. I say spread through your collarbone. Don't worry about reaching the ground. There's no right or wrong, it's just different. Shift your weight onto your left foot and your left fingertips. By the way, my teacher Frederique, she is going to be teaching Ashtanga for us on the Mindful Life practice. It's going to be pretty cool. Not this weekend, but next weekend. And she assists Kino McRobert, who's a very famous yoga teacher on Instagram. Okay, if you want to kick your right heel towards your bottom and take your Chapasana, go ahead. Yeah, nice. Good. And then slowly release. And then just step your right foot all the way back, coming all the way back up here. And then take your variation of your forward folds. Your toes are pointing towards the side. And then you hinge forward. And then find yourself dangling. And then slowly roll all the way up to stand. Oh my gosh, it's already 8:20. Turn your right toes to face the back of the mat. Step your left foot forward. I'm so sorry. Inhale your arms up. Hinge forward. You know what the funny thing is? I've been like on the other teachers' cases about finishing on time. Here I am, we have 10 minutes left and we're not even in Shavasana. I'm so sorry. I'm learning. Take your right arm up towards the sky, twisted triangle. Maybe you shift forward into your revolved half moon. Maybe you take the revolved Chapasana. And then slowly tilt all the way up to stand. Left knee into the chest. Few breaths. If you want to take your hand to big toe pose, go ahead. Let's just take 5. And then cross your left ankle in front of the right. Take your arms up towards the sky. Take your breath in. And then exhale it, hinge forward. Just take your little forward fold. And then roll all the way up to stand. Do your little quarter swivel. Land your heels. Step your right foot forward. Turn your right toes. The front of the mat, bend through your right knee. We're making it to the end of this journey. Breathe in, reverse your warrior, and then breathe out, come forward. Our last side plank, right arm reaches up towards the sky, roll onto the outer edge of the left foot, step the right foot back. Finding your plank for 3, for 2, yeah, and then for 1, just take it forward, and then move through your vinyasa. Coming all the way back to a down dog. All right, let's bend through the knees, gaze forward. Step the feet up to meet the hands. Find your body all the way back onto the mat. Bring yourself into a boat. We finally finished that journey. I think I moved through it a bit slower than usual. Take a breath in your Navasana. Let's lower into an Ardha Navasana, a half boat. So we're activating the core. 3, 2, 1, crunch all the way up. Let's just do 3 more of these, okay? Hinge back. 3, 2, you got it. 1, come all the way up. 2 more, hinge back. 3, 2, and then 1, curl up. Last 1, 3, 2, yeah, and then 1, come all the way back down. All right, let's round it out with a back bend, little hip opening, a little bit of twisting, okay? So if you wanna come into your full wheel, go ahead, I'm gonna guide us through bridge. So you're gonna bend through the knees, plant your feet on the mat, press your palms into the earth, lift your hips up, roll your shoulder blades under, interlace the palms, pinky side down. Nice, beautiful. Good, imagining that there's like this yoga block between your thighs. You're just holding it there, just chilling. Take 3 deep breaths. And then release your palms. Slowly lower each and every vertebrae, one at a time. Last thing that lands is your hips. And then take a breath in. Take a breath out. Just cross your right ankle on top of your left thigh. Flex your right toes, so draw them back. Push your right palm into your right thigh. Yeah, you got it. Either stay here, or if you have space and you want to move a little deeper, you might lift your left leg off, interlacing the palms on the back of the left thigh or on the top of the left shin. Just getting into this deep thread the needle. So this is a great pose if you have any knee sensitivity in your full pigeon, which I'll often teach in a vinyasa class. This is a great alternative to take instead of that pose. Gets you a nice deep hip stretch, but it's really comfortable for the knees. And then let's just land your left foot and then step your right foot back on the mat and then cross your left ankle on top of your right, flex your left toes, push your left palm into your left thigh. And then either stay here or move a little deeper. Take one more breath. And then step your right foot back down, uncross your left, open your arms into cactus arms. Well, I have to tell Mark the funniest thing. Lift the knees up. You can have your arms in airplane arms. They don't have to be in cactus. So your arms can be nice and wide because we have lots of space. Drop your knees over to the side. So Mark and I worked at this yoga studio, not at the same time, but this yoga studio where there's literally probably a mat distance of maybe like 30 or 15 centimeters between the yoga mats. Like they're so tight together. And it literally just occurred to me 2 weeks ago that I have, ever since I worked there, I have been teaching this pose to do cactus arms, to have your elbows bent. And that's not actually the original pose. But because I got into this habitual pattern for years and years in this tight little yoga studio, it's how I always cued this pose. Anyway, let's draw the knees up and then cross them the other way. And it just occurred to me the other day, I was like, we're at home. We have all the space in the world. We're not going to whack the person beside us. We can take up space. We can open our arms. And isn't that funny how you sometimes do things without even realizing it? So enjoy, take up space. One of the benefits of your home yoga studio, your home yoga practice. Take one more round of breath. And then come all the way back into center. And if there's any last movements that would finish off your practice now, feel free to take them. I'm gonna come closer and take a seated meditation, and it is 8:27 now. Oh my God, I'm the worst. It's a good thing how we switched the classes around and created more space. space for our meditation and space for our community and space for our connection. But if you do have to zip out now, go ahead, I won't be offended. And if you can stay for 3 or 4 more minutes, then enjoy. Setting up in either your Shavasana or comfortably in your seat, either way, just a position that grounds you. I want to read you a passage from my favorite book, Meditations from the Mat. My teacher, Rolf, he's elaborating on the first Yoga Sutra that I mentioned at the start of the class. He says, the Yoga Sutras tell us that the asana, the postures, they deconstruct the disconnection we feel from ourselves, the universe, and one another. I believe that we each possess an intuition towards health. It can be awakened and developed by authentic spiritual practice. And this intuition is an intrinsic aspect of consciousness. It's present in all living things. We are born with it. We can be taught to ignore it. And we can learn to reconnect to it. And once we begin to reconnect to our own intuition towards health, we can see it and we can speak to it in others. And this insight, this spiritual connectedness we recognize in others, it supports and it develops our own. And this is true because we are all one. And this is why group practice is so powerful. There is an unmistakable, a potent energy at work in a yoga class, in a group meditation, in a room full of people worshiping together. The infinite diversity of life masks the underlying unity. The wave that flows gently over my foot, it's not separate from the ocean. And as we breathe into a posture, steady and relaxed, with our attention embracing the totality of our experience, we are awakening this understanding that we are all one. Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Take these broken wings and learn to fly all your life. You were only waiting for this moment to arrive. Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Take these sunken eyes and learn to see all your life. You were only waiting for this moment to be free. Blackbird, fly. Blackbird, fly into the light of dark black night. Like a bird singing in the dead of night. Take these broken wings and learn to fly all your life. You were only waiting for this moment to arrive. Give your fingers and your toes a little wiggle. Run a nice long stretch through the body, fingers all the way through toes. Curl your knees into your chest. Give your body a nice little hug. And in this hug, just recognize the fact that you showed up, you made it here. And that shows your commitment to your well-being, shows your commitment to this community, shows your commitment to this practice. Thank yourself for that. And then we're all going to meet up in our seated shape. Lengthening up through the spine. Connecting the palms at heart center. Thumbs into your heartbeat. I like to finish with an Om sound, and if you want to join, we're going to inhale and then exhale, and then inhale through to make an Om. Okay, so taking a breath in, breath out, breath in. Thank you guys so much for sharing this space and the practice. Look at that, 5 minutes overtime. Put my foot in my mouth. Sending a message about being overtime this morning to my teachers. We live and we learn. Life is a learning experience. We close with the intention, the ancient intention, but the original intention. It's that our yoga practice remain steady and that our efforts remain continuous and that our yoga practice serves and benefits all beings everywhere. May all beings be safe. May all beings be happy, healthy, and free. And may the thoughts and actions of each of our lives contribute towards this. Om Shanti, 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 peace. Namaste.
The Mindful Life Practice.